Welcome. Today we're diving into the power of small habits and how tiny changes can create big results over time. This idea that even the smallest actions, when done consistently, can transform our lives has become a cornerstone in the science of habits. If you've ever struggled with setting big goals or following through on major changes, understanding how to work with small habits might be the missing piece you need. Let's get into the science behind habits, why small habits are so powerful, and practical steps you can take to start seeing positive changes in your life. Why small habits matter. Before jumping into techniques, it helps to understand why small habits are so effective. Think of your brain as a habit-making machine. Each time you repeat an action, your brain strengthens pathways that make it easier to do that action next time. This is why brushing your teeth or tying your shoes requires almost no thought now. You've done them so many times that they've become automatic. Small habits are easier to start, maintain, and build upon. When we try to make big changes like exercise an hour every day, it's easy to lose motivation. But small, manageable habits like do 5 minutes of stretching every morning are easier to commit to and gradually grow over time. Step 1. Start with an atomic habit, the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is a great way to start a new habit. The idea is simple. Pick a new habit you'd like to adopt, then shrink it down to a version that takes only 2 minutes to complete. If your goal is to read more, for example, start by reading 1 page each day. If you want to work out, start by doing just 2 minutes of stretching. Here's why it works. Lowering the barrier. When a habit is small and easy, you're less likely to resist it. Building consistency. Completing the 2-minute version helps you show up daily, which builds the foundation of a lasting habit. Room to grow. Once you're comfortable with 2 minutes, you'll naturally want to do more. Building momentum over time. Start by picking 1 or 2 habits to try this with. Remember, even though 2 minutes may seem insignificant, the consistency you're building is what will lead to larger changes. Step 2. Use habit stacking. Habit stacking is another powerful technique. This method, popularized by author James Clear, involves linking a new habit to an existing one, which helps you remember to do it. For instance, if you want to practice gratitude each day, you might decide to do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. Here's how it works. Identify an anchor habit. Choose an activity you already do consistently, like having coffee in the morning or brushing your teeth. Stack the new habit. Attach your new habit to the anchor habit. For example, after I make my morning coffee, I'll spend 1 minute planning my day. Repeat. Each time you do your anchor habit, it'll serve as a reminder to perform the new habit. Habit stacking works because it piggybacks on your brain's established routine, making it easier to adopt the new behavior without forgetting. Step 3. Focus on identity-based habits. Many people approach habits by focusing on outcomes. They set goals like, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to read 30 books this year. However, research shows that identity-based habits, habits tied to the kind of person you want to become, are more effective. For example, instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, say, I am someone who enjoys running and values fitness. Identity-based habits shift your focus to becoming the kind of person who naturally performs the desired actions. Here's how to try it. Decide who you want to be. Think about the identity you'd like to develop, like being a reader, a healthy eater, or a disciplined worker. Align small habits with that identity. Ask yourself, what would a healthy eater do in this situation? Or, what's one small action a reader would take each day? For example, a reader might read a few pages each night before bed. When your habits reinforce your identity, they feel more natural and require less willpower over time. Step 4. Track your progress and celebrate small wins. Tracking your habits helps keep you motivated and allows you to see how far you've come. Small wins, even something as simple as ticking off a checkbox on a habit tracker, signal to your brain that you're making progress, which boosts your motivation. Here's how to make habit tracking work for you. Choose a tracking method. This could be a paper habit tracker, a digital app, or even a simple checklist. Each day, mark off when you complete your habit. Celebrate small wins. Don't underestimate the power of small celebrations. Every time you complete a habit, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. Small rewards can make the habit feel more enjoyable and encourage you to stick with it. Tracking also gives you a record to look back on, which boosts your motivation. Here's how to make habit tracking work for you. Choose a tracking method. This could be a paper habit tracker, a digital app, or even a simple checklist. Each day, mark off when you complete your habit. Celebrate small wins. Don't underestimate the power of small celebrations. Every time you complete a habit, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. Small rewards can make the habit feel more enjoyable and encourage you to stick with it. Tracking also gives you a record to look back on, which can be incredibly motivating. Even if you have an off day, seeing your progress over time will remind you of how far you've come. Step 5. Be patient. The power of compounding. One of the most exciting things about small habits is their compounding effect over time. Imagine you improve by just 1% each day. While that sounds tiny, those small gains add up. So by the end of a year, you'll have improved by nearly 37%. This is the power of compounding. Think of it like planting a seed. At first, you may not see much happening, but with patience and consistent effort, those tiny actions will grow into big results. Examples of tiny habits that lead to big results. To give you some ideas, here are a few small habits that can lead to significant changes when practiced consistently. 1 push-up a day. Starting with just 1 push-up can build the foundation for a daily exercise habit. 2. 5 minutes of reading. Reading for 5 minutes each day can turn into finishing multiple books over a year. 3. 1 glass of water. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning helps you stay hydrated and creates a healthy start to your day. 4. 1 minute of gratitude. Practicing gratitude daily improves mental health and happiness. These tiny actions may not seem transformative on their own, but when done consistently, they accumulate into major lifestyle changes. Wrapping up. How to begin your small habit journey. To get started with small habits, remember these simple steps. 1. Pick one small habit. Choose a habit that aligns with who you want to become and make it as easy as possible to start. 2. Anchor it to an existing routine. Use habit stacking to link it to something you already do daily. 3. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker to see your growth and celebrate each small win. Be patient. Remember that small changes compound over time, so don't be discouraged if results aren't immediate. Small habits might seem simple, but don't underestimate their power. By focusing on tiny, consistent actions, you're creating a foundation that can support big, positive changes in your life. Start small, stay consistent, and enjoy the journey.